Yo, what up everybody? Welcome to MJ's Marketing Miracles and Misfires. The ruler is back. We're going to pick things up from last time's discussion about Kanye West's pivotal 2004 debut, The College Dropout, and its place in the pantheon of rap lore and business strategy. Now on the disc's final track, the aptly titled Last Call, the future president talks in detail about the state of the music industry as well as getting signed to Rockefeller Records by its then heads and founders Dame Dash and Sean Carter. Yeezy on it says that even just before dropping, everybody, including Jigga, is very skeptical on the backpack rapper's ability to rap, sell, or even be marketable. But that Jay okayed the album, figuring if nothing else, it would serve as another showcase piece for other Rockefeller artists. Basically, another Dynasty album or Rock La Familia 2.0. In the business world, this would be considered product risk mitigation. This tiny anecdote is actually very telling as it's proof positive of one of Jigga Man's most potent strategies, the first mover advantage. Coke and Pepsi. Coke was first and got to monopolize and own the market, dictating terms and capturing a wide market share early on. Pepsi came along 13 years later, and though it had to play catch-up, it was a fast follower and got second mover advantages such as lower R&D costs, catering to an already educated consumer base, and learning from the OG's missteps, mistakes, and unserved markets. Jay has used these twin tactics to perfection throughout his illustrious career, deftly and diligently applying them to his music, his businesses, and his many endorsements, partnerships, and tie-ins. Now, hip-hop heads generally agree that Mr. Carter very early on switched his style up. He went from a quick rat-a-tat flow, or rapping delivery style, to a more chilled, laid-back one reminiscent of Nas on Illmatic. Those same fans and stans also agree that he did so to cater to then consumer tastes and to boost sales. Furthermore, using Arabic beats, collaborating with rockers, and auto-tuning were all part of rap music well before Jay. He just went plat a bunch of times that so bear his influence on pop culture. Like Bowie, The Stones, and Madonna, Hov is a musical chameleon who does not necessarily start trends, but he does perfect them. At first glance, this may seem like a rather orthodox and conservative approach to music making. Far from it. There is a unique strength and malleability, and the way the boy from Brooklyn's Marcy Projects did it, he walked the tightest of ropes, balancing mainstream success alongside real street credibility. Sean Carter's approach to business, on the other hand, is surprisingly daring and risk-taking in nature. He's nurtured relationships with the biggest and brightest, including luxury retailers, tech companies, and professional sports teams. His role in these ventures is variable. Sometimes he's actively involved in the go-to-market process, while at other times he's simply a standard brand ambassador. In whatever capacity though, Jay always follows the most important commercial axiom of all time. Do what you love and are interested in. From a line of fly kicks to sports and music agencies, Sean Carter doesn't touch things he's not into or doesn't understand. A move strictly adhered to by a wise old oracle from Omaha, namely one Warren Buffett. It's not all guns and roses though. Big Brother has proven to be quite adept at following another famous Buffettism. Know when to quit. Like any successful entrepreneur, Jay has grand opened and grand closed a number of failed endeavors. But because they've been so few and far between, and so insignificant in the scheme of things, all you remember is dude bouncing up like round ball. While Diddy, Dre, and Simmons may have made earlier or bigger headlines, no one in the game has made as many diverse or consistent ones as J-Z. In In the documentary I Am Ali, someone says that the greatest of all feudalists would have thrived in any profession or environment. Boxing was simply the first thing Muhammad Ali did, not necessarily the best. The same can be said of Sean Jay-Z Carter, who's supposed to be number one on everybody's list. We'll see what happens when he no longer exists. I promise you this, his legacy, both musical and corporate, persists. Signing off, but never out, it's your boy MJ for Blogological. Peace.